Hey guys, Anthony here. So today I'm going to cover when you live in a foreign country or if you have a client from that's not from the United States, how do you get a phone number and how do you connect it to VAPI? Well, thankfully, VAPI has a feature where you can basically bring your own carrier, where you can basically buy a phone number from a third party carrier. Usually it's going to be Twilio and it usually costs around $2 a month. So it's essentially nothing. And it's really easy to do. So I'll show you exactly how to do that. First of all, let's go to VAPI and I'll show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and go over to phone numbers. Now, remember when I said you guys can get up to 10 free phone numbers? Well, that's only for US numbers, right? So you're going to get 10 free US phone numbers. So in order to get a phone number for a different country, you'll have to go to one of these. Personally, I would prefer Twilio. They just have a lot of good coverage and, there's the best that I've found. So basically you'll just search for a Twilio phone number and it's going to be Canada. And then we're going to be having to go to Twilio to purchase a Canadian number. And then this information is essentially the same stuff that you've been using in order to set up your Twilio credential in N8N. So, it's just going to be your ID and your Auth token from your Twilio dashboard. All right. And then the label is just going to be a name for it. So it can literally just be like, whatever your client's name is. That way you can kind of keep track of which number is going to which client. And then just make sure that you have SMS enabled because you're going to want to be sending confirmation messages and stuff like that. So now that we know exactly what we need to do, go ahead and go over to Twilio. It's going to look like this once you sign up. If you haven't signed up, just go ahead and watch my video. I'll link to it over here. But basically, you're going to go over here to the phone numbers tab and we're going to manage. And then we're going to go to buy a number. So click on that. And here it's basically going to give you a list of all the different numbers. So right now it's looking for United States numbers, but we're going to change it to Canada for this example. And by the way, this applies to every other one as well. Like I had a student ask about Singapore. You just type in Singapore here and it'll give you numbers that you can buy. Okay. And then for the search criteria, you could try any area code, but let's just say that you wanted the 226 area code. Just click on that. And since we're basically trying to match based on the area code, we'll just say first part of number and then hit search. So after it's done searching, it's going to give you a list of all these different numbers. And as you can see, it even tells you where it's from and all that good stuff. So basically, let's just say that we want to buy this one. Then you would just look at the monthly fee. It's $1.15. So it's actually cheaper than $2. It's basically nothing. So go ahead and hit buy. And then once you hit buy, you basically have that number available to you. So, all right. So once you finish purchasing that number, go ahead and go to the Twilio dashboard. And this is going to be basically what the homepage looks like. Scroll down a little bit. And this is where you're going to find your account SID and your Auth token. So literally you would just hit copy, go back over to VAPI, just paste that in, and then go ahead and get your Auth token and then paste it in. Okay. And like I said earlier, you can just label it whatever you want and you just hit import from Twilio. Again, after you obviously enter in your number here, and then basically it'll say done, connection done, and it'll add your phone number and you can use it exactly how I've been showing you in the rest of my tutorial. So that concludes how to buy a phone number from Twilio and how to connect it with VAPI so that you can use it in all of your communications. And if you need more help, go ahead and go to my Skool community where you can ask any question that you want in the one-on-one support tab. And also you can get all of my prompts and my N8N workflows in the YouTube tab. Just click on the video and you can download them like that. Okay. And if you're just trying to learn more, go ahead and check out my 1-hour free masterclass. That's basically shows me building a AI agent from the ground up for one of my students. So, all right, hope you enjoyed that. And if you did enjoy that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next video.